They rode through dust and danger. They faced down outlaws and armies. They built legends with bullets, bravery, and blood. The American Wild West gave birth to some of history's most unforgettable characters: gunslingers, lawmen, warriors, and outlaws, whose names still echo through time. For over a century, we've only seen them in faded photographs, frozen in a single moment. But today, using cutting-edge artificial intelligence, we're bringing these legends back to life. Watch as their eyes open, their faces move, and history breathes again. These are the real faces of the Wild West. This is history reborn. Blackjack Ketchum. Born Thomas Edward Ketchum, Blackjack became one of the Southwest's most feared train robbers in the 1890s. Leading his own gang, he terrorized railroads across New Mexico and Arizona with bold daylight holdups. His reckless courage and violent temper made him legendary among outlaws. Captured after a botched train robbery left him wounded, Ketchum met a gruesome end on the gallows in 1901 when a miscalculated drop decapitated him, cementing his place in frontier infamy. Wild Bill Hickok. James Butler. Hickok earned his legendary status through unmatched gunfighting skills and nerves of steel. A Union scout, lawman, and professional gambler, Wild Bill's quick draw and deadly accuracy made him a frontier icon. He tamed violent cow towns like Abilene with his reputation alone. His friendship with Calamity Jane and his dramatic death during a poker game in Deadwood, shot from behind while holding aces and eights, transformed him into the West's most romanticized gunfighter. John M. Larn. John Larn embodied the thin line between lawman and outlaw in frontier Texas. Starting as a respected ranch foreman and later serving as a Fort Griffin constable, Larn's reputation for swift justice attracted both admiration and suspicion. Accused of cattle rustling and murder, he used his badge to protect criminal enterprises. When a vigilance committee finally arrested him in 1878, he was shot dead in his jail cell. Harry Alonzo Longabaugh. Better known as the Sundance Kid, Harry Longabaugh became the Wild West's most famous outlaw alongside Butch Cassidy. His exceptional marksmanship and cool demeanor during robberies made him invaluable to the Wild Bunch Gang. Named after the town where he served his first prison sentence, Sundance's partnership with Cassidy produced a legendary crime spree across the American West. His romantic relationship with Etta Place and mysterious death in South America elevated him to mythical status. John Wesley Hardin. John Wesley Hardin was the deadliest gunfighter the Wild West ever produced, claiming to have killed over 40 men before his 25th birthday. A ruthless killer who shot men over card games, personal slights, and perceived insults, Hardin's lightning-fast draw was unmatched. Captured in Florida after years on the run, he spent 15 years in prison, studied law, and was ultimately shot in the back while rolling dice in an El Paso saloon in 1895. Murphy and Dolan. Lawrence Murphy and James Dolan controlled Lincoln County, New Mexico, through their powerful trading monopoly known as the House. Their ruthless business practices and political connections sparked the infamous Lincoln County War when rivals challenged their empire. The pair hired gunmen, manipulated law enforcement, and orchestrated violence to maintain control. Their conflict with rancher John Tunstall and his allies, including Billy the Kid, produced one of the bloodiest feuds in Western history. Apache Kid. Born Hasquebe and Tail, the Apache Kid served as an army scout tracking his own people before becoming one of the Southwest's most elusive fugitives. Falsely accused of murder and sentenced to prison, he escaped and vanished into the Arizona wilderness. For years, settlers reported mysterious raids and sightings of the Phantom Warrior. His fate remains unknown, with some claiming he died in Mexico, while others insist he lived decades in hiding, making him the West's greatest mystery. James P. Beckwourth. James Beckwourth lived more lives than most men could imagine. Born into slavery, he became a mountain man, fur trapper, army scout, and adopted Crow Nation chief. His exploits took him from the Rocky Mountains to California's gold fields, where he discovered a crucial Sierra Nevada pass bearing his name. Chief Plenty Coups. Plenty Coups emerged as the last great chief of the Crow Nation during the tumultuous late 19th century. Recognizing that armed resistance against American expansion was futile, he chose strategic alliance over destruction. His diplomatic wisdom helped preserve Crow lands and culture when other tribes lost everything. Buffalo Bill Cody. William Frederick Cody transformed himself from frontier scout into America's first entertainment superstar. His genuine exploits as a Pony Express rider, buffalo hunter, and army scout provided the foundation for his legendary Wild West show. Cody brought sharpshooting exhibitions, staged battles, and frontier nostalgia to millions worldwide, featuring Annie Oakley and Sitting Bull. Though criticized for romanticizing violence, Buffalo Bill preserved Western mythology and became the bridge between the dying frontier and modern America. Billy the Kid. Born Henry McCarty, Billy the Kid became the West's most famous teenage outlaw. His involvement in the Lincoln County War transformed him from ranch hand to wanted fugitive before his 21st birthday. Lightning fast with a pistol and charming in manner, Billy killed at least 8 men while evading capture across New Mexico. Sheriff Pat Garrett finally hunted him down and shot him dead in 1881. His youth, countless daring escapes, and mysterious smile immortalized him in American legend. Juan Cortina. Juan Nepomuceno. Cortina fought a 40-year war against injustice along the Texas-Mexico border. After witnessing a marshal brutalize a Mexican ranch hand, Cortina shot the lawman and sparked a revolt against Anglo oppression in 1859. Leading armed resistance from both sides of the Rio Grande, he became a folk hero to Mexicans and a terrorist to Texans. Ranald S. McKenzie. Colonel Ranald Slidell McKenzie became the Army's most effective Indian fighter despite suffering from war wounds that left him physically and mentally scarred. His relentless campaigns against Comanches, Kiowas, and Apaches broke native resistance across the southern plains. Mackenzie's destruction of Comanche horse herds in Palo Duro Canyon ended their dominance forever. Though brilliant tactically, his deteriorating mental state forced early retirement. Joseph Lane. General Joseph Lane carved his reputation during the Mexican-American War before becoming Oregon Territory's first governor and a dominant political force. His military campaigns against native tribes in the Pacific Northwest were brutal and effective, crushing resistance and opening lands for settlement. Lane's transition from war hero to politician saw him advocate for slavery expansion, eventually running as vice president on a pro-Southern ticket. George Armstrong Custer. George Armstrong Custer embodied both the glory and tragedy of westward expansion. A Civil War hero who became the Army's youngest general, he brought reckless courage to fighting Plains Indians. His flowing hair, fancy uniforms, and aggressive tactics made him famous nationwide. Custer's overwhelming confidence led to catastrophe at Little Bighorn in 1876, where Lakota and Cheyenne warriors annihilated his entire command. His dramatic last stand transformed military defeat into American legend and martyrdom. Major Marcus Reno.